We're Raging Rolls, a bunch of nerdy-ass Aussies who get together when we can to play Dungeons & Dragons, try out voices, and have a whole lot of chaotic fun. We stream on Twitch on Thursday nights, with the VOD available immediately after broadcast. A shorter form of our shows are available on YouTube the following week. If you enjoy what we do, hit that follow button or even subscribe to show your support for the stream and share your feedback with us. Welcome back.
I do, but I'm not.
Alright, where we left it, I think who was about to cast command? No, it was Greykov and...
I can already cast a command.
I'm Greykov, you jerk!
I can cast command again if we need to.
No.
And I can also
he
cast
trusted
Rime.
me.
So
Zane can do it.
which is happening first though? Is someone trying to pull... Is Greykov trying to pull this cleaver out of your hand with a rope? Or is Zane...
No, he's just using that so he doesn't have to touch it.
I'm
If it hits the ground...
Okay.
So he's tied the rope to it, and then I've commanded him to drop the weapon.
You have commanded him to drop, and you're
Yes.
I'm guessing willingly failing this check.
I am leaning into wanting to drop this, so yes. That would give me disadvantage on a wisdom check. If it's a check.
You've been commanded, and you're willingly failing it. You drop it. It hits the ground.
I carry my spool of rope with it dragging like 10 feet behind me down the tunnel.
I can't be trusted near that thing. But Zane, can you go with him? Yeah, okay.
Jorgen, you immediately stand up and follow.
I'm running. I'm gonna run really fast.
You're like,
shit.
Ooh, do I have long strider? Do you want some long strider?
Too late. I'm running.
Alright, Slide.
Well, yeah,
Tell me to stop. Tell me to stop. I command halt.
Command stop. Halt. As we both burn a spell slot to make him stop.
Shit.
Because we both...
Well, hang on. He's also got take hold person.
No,
I'm assuming.
not
hold person. Sorry, I'm paladin metagaming.
okay.
No. I've got halt and so does he, so I can halt him as well. So we can both halt at the same time. One of us can burn a spell slot.
You come skidding to a halt halfway down this tunnel. Jorgen, you carry on. What's your plan with that sword? Not Jorgen, sorry, Greykov.
Yeah. No, I'm dashing. So like 70 feet per turn. I'm just like running down the tunnel.
Greykov,
dragging this thing behind me because I'm concerned. Yeah, he'll probably want it back or yeah.
And what's the plan? You're gonna just yeet it into the void?
Yeah. I'll just kind of like. Hopefully, it has enough momentum dragging on the ground that I just sort of stop and step aside and it goes in. But otherwise, I'll give it a bit of a.
Give me a strength check.
Does that have to be strength?
Just
straight strength.
Athletics check.
That's not terrible. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Nailed it. 18.
You
Well,
get there,
for
and
yeet.
once you get to the edge of the thing, you give it one almighty tug on this rope, and this cleaver gets skidding across the rocky ground before it goes flying into the void underneath all those floating platforms. You watch it sail into the darkness. You hear it.
Gonna drop the rope and watch it go. Because I think I've got like 60 feet of rope. Yeah, so I'll be able to tell how deep it is too. If it's less than 60.
It drops. It goes over the edge, sort of drops towards the middle of this cavern, and silence. Nothing but silence, or the whoosh of the rope fizzling into the distance.
Is
Greykov
right next to the edge of the chasm?
Make a wisdom save, Sly.
What?
I still have Divine Sense, so if he changes or anything, I'll know.
No, natural 20. Natural 20. I'm good. I'm good.
You're good. The thing goes flying off. Jorgen, you can feel like this overwhelming feeling to like you need to have it, even though you cannot move, and it reaches a point where all that tension just seems to just disappear.
I was about to ask Tolman to throw up a wall. I was going to get Grey. It occurred to me the consequence that I might actually go chasing that thing off the cliff. So I was about to
might then.
Greykov
Don't give the TM ideas.
gets his way back. Greykov, get back here! And then
I'll step back from the edge and head back to the tunnel where everyone else is.
Tolman, seal that off. Seal it.
I mold earth and seal it off.
Whilst we rest here, probably for the night or whatever, Tolman, I'm a little bit worried about what's been happening. Can you just restrain me?
This mold earth is really getting run. I will mold earth up to like his knees so that he can't do anything.
As I'm being molded earth, I also look at Beatrice and I'm like, don't get any kinky ideas. And succumb to it.
Okay, so it's about mid-afternoon now. Are you planning to spend the evening here and then kick on in the morning, or just short rest and kick on?
Short rest and
It's
kick
a
on.
blizzard, right?
We wait till the blizzard blows over, right?
This little maneuver is going to cost us 7.5 years.
DM, which of us between Zane and I actually burned the spell slot for the command to halt Jorgen?
Whoever got to it first. I think Zane got to it first.
Okay.
Okay.
No, let Sly burn another command slot.
That's
Okay.
alright.
So short rest. As you sort of hang around and sort of rest and recover in the space for an hour or so, you can roll any hit dice if you need to.
Yeah, I did.
I'm good.
And
Blizzard eased?
I will.
sort of, peeking through the gap where you can get air in and out, it looks like the storm has eased off to a degree, yes.
I'll spend our short rest. I'm going to pray to Timora.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Blessed Mother, you promised me,
I don't know.
you told me that I was free from the corruption, but I'm not. Are you there? I need guidance. But what do I do?
You feel this warmer breeze, warmer than you've felt in a long while, sort of blow up from the inside of the cave and out towards, just getting its way out through the top of across the top of the fire and out to the outside.
Does it smell sulfurous?
It doesn't. It smells sweet. But it...
I need
Cool.
I need you. I almost killed my friend. I'm whispering this to myself as I'm praying, holding my my amulet. You weren't there for me. You let her take control. Where are you?
You feel at that last statement, like, where are you? You just feel an extra amount of warmth, like an unnatural amount of warmth, just in the thing you're holding right now. Like it's not regular skin warmth, it feels much warmer than that.
I look down at it.
It looks normal.
Unsure. Unsure. I just tuck it back and I'll just sit down and wait for everyone to finish their short rest.
Oi, are you hoarding hand warmers? It's fucking freezing. Like, can
No,
we all have a
I
turn?
was. No, I was farting.
In your pants? That's how
And
it work.
I had some bell peppers for dinner. It was playing havoc with my guts.
It's a confined space, man. I mean, woman. I think we've all got it wrong tonight.
So,
Everyone has, yeah.
as you finish up your long rest and you exit out the front of this cave again, short rest. You pick up on the direction you were heading westward towards the coast. And it takes some time, and it's just as night is beginning to fall proper, that off in the distance, the sea of moving ice stretches out before you. A featureless, frozen desert. Ahead, the smooth white surface is interrupted by a towering ship, its exterior covered in frost.
Should we look at maybe making camp for the night? Make sure we go in all guns are blazing on the morrow.
What time was it again?
It's approaching like 7:30-ish.
At night.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd be tempted
probably
to
a good
screw around
idea.
at night.
So you,
I mean,
are you approaching the ship? Sorry.
and should we also make sure that we split into pairs so that if anything happens, someone can communicate with the others? I totally forgot that I have a thing where I can talk into people's brains.
Dang.
You've
This
been
crystal.
doing that successfully.
But I mean, like, we want to, make sure that no one goes in alone, or maybe parties of 3, so that if anything does happen, they can alert the others.
Yeah, maybe we should up the watch. Assuming that we long rest.
I mean, for when we're in there,
No.
I mean, like, with 2 people per watch, or 1 trusted person, like, we should be fine. I mean, I'm not going to kill anyone, and I'm sure Zane won't either, right?
Well, Beatrice and I only need 4 hours or so,
That is correct.
so we can go in opposite shifts, and that'll cover us. But if anyone else wants to sit in, that'll work.
As you begin to approach the ship, as you draw nearer and nearer,
So DM, just not getting directly on the ship or like really getting close. At this stage, I'd say that we're keeping our distance and
okay, good to know.
like I'd say look for any lights that come out at night. That kind
Okay,
of thing.
gotcha. I wasn't sure if you're about to walk straight onto it or whatever.
It's like,
No,
it's
not
scoping out whether it's inhabited or not, and I don't mean lights like the ghost light lamp walker things.
Okay.
Ship from the ice, man. I don't think anyone's going to be living on board.
It's still the best shelter that's around.
Yeah. Key word there is living.
Yes.
Do I detect any undead on board?
So when roll a 19 for perception check.
Is that a roll, or is it just your thing? Detect undead?
It's a detect thing. It's just not going to have.
And Tolman's thing is a roll.
Yeah, but what's the range on your thing saying?
60 feet.
Would you guys say within 60 feet?
Boy, by now.
Probably, yeah. No. You don't detect anything on your radar that comes across as undead.
Well, I didn't really detect any undead or feigned or celestial or anything on there. So.
Anything that looks like recent activity.
With a perception check from Tolman. The snow is thick. It covers up any kind of tracks that would have existed anywhere in the snow very quickly. You don't detect anything from that distance.
Tolman, is it safe to hunker down for the night before we go on? For some reason, all my spell slots are gone.
I cast Detect Magic DM, 30 feet from me. Does anything come up on my Detect Magic?
Would you say the ship is within 30 feet from you?
The ship is in 60 feet, but if nothing comes up, I'll wander closer.
Nothing comes up.
So I
in
get
30
within
feet from
30.
it. Yeah, so as you approach it, detect magic. Yeah. You do detect the faintest hint of some kind of magical things buried in like the center hull of the ship.
There looks like there's something in the middle that's magical, but I mean, nothing dancing around on the deck, doesn't seem anything dicey that I can see. I reckon we just pull back a little bit, build some sort of shelter, and get a kip.
While everyone's
swags.
doing all this cool magic stuff, I'm going to look at it really hard.
You see everything.
And see if I can see.
Look, the flip side of this is
any movement, any life, any threat.
I'll give.
You just catch like this big gust of snow hit right in your eyes. You're trying to glare like intently, and yeah,
So
nothing.
we've got two options. I think it's either bunker down outside and be paranoid about what's inside, or based on what we're seeing being pretty much no activity, go inside, in which case this is probably the best shelter around.
It's probably
I somewhat agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty easy either way.
I
You
agree
don't get a
with
say.
DM. DM, I'm going to do something I haven't done before.
Because the cat
new.
doesn't like the tiefling anymore. That's funny.
I'm going to use one of my wild shape abilities and actually get a I'm going to get a familiar, use cast familiar, find familiar as part of my wild shape capabilities.
Yeah.
And I want to pull out like just a small spider and send it off to go and investigate what's happening and just have a look around.
Okay.
Before we go onto the ship.
And how does that work? You can see through its eyes, or it's got to come back and report back, or what?
Really good question.
You can
think
see
you can
through
see
it
through
with eyes,
Yeah.
but you can't see through your own while you're doing it.
Sure.
You really like spiders, eh, Tolman?
Got a
They
thing for
clean
people
up a lot
would-
of things. Very helpful.
And they're very successful creatures. Yeah.
Especially get rid of flies.
They've got people from dying and stuff.
So
Yeah, I prefer it over the direwolf format right now. That spider has saved our bacon a couple of times.
Would you take on all the spider's senses or just vision?
Yeah, just vision.
Just vision?
I think
I think it's it's fine familiar, and I think it's just vision.
Okay.
I just from my time watching Critical Role, I
also
believe it's you can hear and maybe sense like with smell, but you can feel like so if someone taps you on the shoulder like Bo would to Caleb, he would be able to be like come out of it. But,
Is a spider the best and only option? What else you got?
I'm happy to go on board.
Well, I could send over a bird, just fly a bird.
What if Zane takes the spider over and yeets it into the thing? Like,
you just start walking over, Zane?
Yeah.
Bird gives you an aerial view and can fly inside.
Well, what's happening with this?
How far away is the party from
within
me?
100 feet of me, and I'm just going to fly a bird over to it and just send it in just ahead of Zane to make sure that he's not working.
what does the bird look like?
It's an owl called Spider, and it looks like Hedwig.
Fuck yeah.
How
Sometimes
close
bigger
am I to the
people want
boat?
to
How
see
far
nothing
away
but
is the
them.
party from me?
I'd imagine that you haven't told them we had to get close enough to detect magic.
They're at least 30 feet away.
Yeah, they're getting to about 30 feet away, yeah. You're getting within about 20 feet of the ship now. And you see this owl goes flying overhead. As you draw closer, you hear a loud thumping and creaking from coming inside the hold, followed by the guttural snarls of some creature. Perhaps the ship isn't as abandoned as you all thought.
but they looked really hard at it.
I'll get it to fly back and just like flap in front of Zane like a stop, and then I'll get it to come back to me.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll let him know there's something in there, Zane. Something's going on in there. There's some, I don't know, dog or something. I don't know. There's something dicey that's in there taking cover as well.
Oh, it's not undead.
Just be wary.
Too easy.
And you don't have to kill it if it's if it's not undead. It's just scared. You don't have to kill it.
It's true. But we won't know if we don't get on board. And
Let's go check it out.
Are we gonna go to take this thing on now, or are we gonna rest before we do that? Oh boy!
we'll be alright. Surely.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, we'll take up the rear.
So as you're
cover our sixes.
Or at least, what, 20 feet in front of everyone? At
you
least.
are.
Yeah.
You're getting
Yeah,
close
there's no
to
way
this
you're
ship.
coming from behind. You out the front.
You're getting closer to this ship.
No, I'm
It's like,
squishy.
it's like parked itself, wedged in this like floating ice, which seems to have pushed it onto this unnatural kind of slant. It almost looks like it's run aground but being pushed to ground at the same time by this ice.
Once
Climbing up.
I reach the ship, I'm just go.
Quietly.
No one's around me. I'm gonna say, I can't believe I'm back here.
It's
And I'm
interesting.
gonna slowly climb my way, make my way up the ladder.
I'll as we approach, I don't hear what he says, and I'd shout out, "Guys, go quietly!"
So Zane, it's interesting is that you just, while no one else really picks up on it unless they wanted to have a go, you just make a beeline for where you know there was a rope
my
hanging off the
passive
edge.
perception, is a 19 DM, so
You would sort of look to you. You've just seen Zane walk straight towards the ship and grab a rope. How you interpret
I like
that
his
is up
confidence.
to your character.
Alvin follows him.
Hey guys, we can make our way up here.
Make my way.
You're climbing up
Let's go.
to the main deck, and here the wooden boards on the main deck are cracked from frost. A large hole in the deck exposes a part of the hold to the sky. The planks around the hole are marred with deep grooves, as if heavy claws had dug into them.
do we recognise what this
Definitely
course
pulling out my
could
warhammer
be,
just in
or-
case.
Are we all on the ship?
I'm assuming we're all making our way up.
I'm assuming I had no choice with Jorgen fucking watching me. Am I wrong?
I'd wait for everyone to get up before I start exploring.
I'm on the ship and then like checking out what the claw marks are.
So on the main deck, like
You're on the main
top?
deck. You'll be on the main deck as
think-
soon as the map loads.
You're on.
I think it's the
Can I look
The
down
poop deck.
into the void?
poop deck, right?
What is
The
going
poop
on?
deck?
Can I pull out a coin, a gold coin, and then cast locate object? And will it hypothetically show me all of the gold coins in the general vicinity?
No, you have to be looking for one particular thing.
But I want to look for all
Oh
of them.
no, my map isn't loading. We'll come back
You
to
have
that.
to take it
another
up
day.
with the person who made up
Wrote
D&D.
D&D.
What's
Dude,
his
who made up D&D?
Yeah.
Was
Gary
cheating on it?
Gygax,
Yeah.
you dead motherfucker! Where are you? Get out of here, you fucking coward!
Wow. Guy gets climbed
Yeah,
down.
careful, careful.
Okay, so who's doing what? So you managed to all climb up to this main deck. Sly, you were looking at these claw marks, were you?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what could have caused them, and
Okay, give me a survival check, please.
I'm just looking into
Guidance.
the hole, basically.
I will guide myself as well with a
Need
D4.
it.
So that gives me a 12.
Looking around, you've come to the conclusion that whatever made these claw marks was made by one enormous creature.
Whatever made these claw marks was made by one enormous creature. That's out of the party.
Oh, it's only one.
Sounds ominous.
Not two?
One.
Definitely one. And
How sure are you?
There's some good
Well-
senses you have there.
Hey, Jorgen, can you put your claws in here, see if they match?
I'm just gonna back
Yeah,
up
it's like
into like
massive.
a corner of the map when we have it.
It won't load today. It'll load next week.
Yeah. I was backing up.
Apparently.
I'm like, I want everyone else in front of me because I don't know where this thing's gonna pop out from.
Does a claw mark, they look fresh.
Do they look fresh? You can give me
There's
a survival
definitely
check.
something
What?
in the ship. We know that.
Yeah. Why don't the tanky people go deal with the thing, and then we don't have to all risk our necks.
Look.
I mean, myself and Beatrice aren't the most proficient when it comes to the armor of things.
Time to get proficient.
Why don't we just what about this? Look, the tanky blokes up the front.
I
the,
got tattoo
That's
on
good.
them now.
We'll just do that.
the squishy people at the back. It's a limited space. If you stand behind us, we should be able to do like a, full blanks or something and protect
We'll
you.
figure it out. Let's just go.
With your perception check to look into the hole there, Zane, it's hard to tell. Like, you don't see much apart from a pile of snow at the bottom of it. But it goes through the first deck and the second deck too.
Sorry. Tolman? I mean, can your fine familiar just scout the boat?
Can. My bird, I can just have the
Why do
the
we
owl
not?
called Spider
Let's not go jumping in any holes or anything
jump
like
in
that.
any
Let's
holes
just
and
see what we're
owls
dealing
are
with.
flying silent flyers.
Let me just give you the lay of the land
I
where you
find
are.
with I find jumping in holes without first doing a proper thorough investigation can lead to negative consequences. So
Who checks for traps these days?
So where you are on
They
this
do with a
deck,
familiar.
you've seen this hole goes at the main deck. There's also stairs up to the forecastle. So many shipping terms. There's stairs up to the
Rear castle?
aft castle.
Quarter deck.
Aft.
Aft
what about the poop deck? What's happening on the poop deck?
The poop
Are we
deck
on
is behind, like, up above the quarter deck. And it's like if there's a little room on the back of the quarter deck, then that on top of that is the poop deck.
Okay, so what's happening on the poop deck?
I don't know. There's no people in
Jorgen
here.
drops trowel and says, "This is the poop."
And there's also stairs you find down to the lower deck. To the cabin
Are
deck.
we on the port side or the aft side?
Aft, probably.
If I know anything about ships, which I don't, the treasure is usually kept in the hold.
Or captain's
Treasure was
hold.
in the foodie.
Jez, my find detect magic would still be up, so I'm gonna send the owl towards the magic things that I can see.
Okay. So you send your owl out. It goes flying straight down the hole.
Yep.
In a hole in the middle of the ship.
Yep.
And then.
Is anyone thinking dragon, and that the session is about to end in a second? Once the big reveal is going to happen, I get that sensation.
Your owl flies silently down through the cabin deck and into the hole, and then you see through its eyes a massive ice troll just banging around in frustration.
Guys, team.
Yeah, what is it?
Shh. There's a slight ice troll downstairs. It's got the shits.
The diarrhea.
Like it is shooting it.
Maybe it found the poop deck.
It's just not happy.
Do you
he's trying to
remember
get
when
out?
I said?
Remember when I said ice troll?
Do you remember when I said we should have a long rest before we dealt with this?
No.
We still can. There's enough room in the boat.
No,
Well,
let's
I mean,
spend
we-
all of
you
ourselves
say-
trying to make people die.
You say
Why don't
you said it's banging around. What's it doing?
Is it what's it angry about?
It can't get out. Probably.
It's falling and it can't get out.
If the owl is
Maybe
still
let
there
it
looking
out.
around,
Owl is dark vision, and just stand there having a look around.
it's
Why don't?
where the fuck is it? So when the owl flies around, it sees it would generally be underneath the aft of the ship. And you can see that this ice troll is like banging out and trying to claw at a door in that area.
I mean, we could lure it into a trap or a surprise round.
Oh,
I've
we've still
heard
got this
that-
hunting.
It looks like it's trying to get into one room in particular. There's some door down there that's frustrating.
We've
There
got
must be something awesome in there.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
that
gonna roll
will-
stealth for the owl so you can get close and get more information. Like, if it can get close and be stealthy.
Change it into like something smaller, like a centipede or something like that.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Jorgen?
We could lay those bear traps down.
But yeah,
I like
that was
that idea.
what I was thinking. We could lay a trap or
Would
two,
they-
and then get it to follow us, and then we ambush it.
The owl rolled a 17 for stealth.
I mean, it's a silent owl, and the darkness of the growing night and it being under a few layers of things, it finds a perch on there and makes not a sound, just observes this troll. This troll
Not
is-
like a reminiscent about our friend from earlier. You know, the one without.
Is there any cracks in the floorboards above us, like the ship deck above us, where we can see down through to see the troll?
There is a big hole in the top deck, in the main deck, in the cabin deck, but you can't see the troll from that angle. It's just not visible.
Could we infer that it is actually trapped?
Little bit.
As in, it can't get out?
Make an insight check.
Guidance.
I think it's gonna be too hard to tell, right?
Yeah, I'm not inciting it. I'm sort of
Or survival.
getting a lay of the ship to go
I'll give you some
based on the
guidance.
size of this thing. Like, is it basically just it's fallen in a hole and it can't get
Trying
out?
to pull on a push door. That's the main drama.
Hard to tell. I mean, you haven't seen it. You can go on from what Tolban's relaying. Hard to tell.
Why don't we lay a trap for it, get it to come out to us, and then we can just like pepper it from up here with all of our spells and stuff.
How do we get it up here though?
We can do that. Do you want to do it now, or do anyone need to sleep, or what's going on?
I mean, I wouldn't mind to sleep.
You'll be able to sleep with that thing banging.
Thanks so much for sticking with us. If you missed anything, our VOD will be available after we finish up the broadcast, or over on our YouTube channel next week. If you like the kind of chaos we sow, be sure to hit that follow button and subscribe. We love to see those numbers tick up, and we appreciate every single one. You can also find us on Patreon, where we post one-shots and insights into our campaigns and streams. And check out our podcast available on Spotify and everywhere you find good podcasts. As always, we love your feedback. Drop us a comment or join our Discord and roll with the Raging Rolls.